Zoo and Daniel, what's up?
I'm good. Good evening, Lagos. Always a pleasure hanging out with amazing people and, experiencing basketball
Yeah.
through the airwaves. As well, I know you have not slept. Neither have I. Cheer up, cheer up.
I need to check you guys. You guys may just be wicked. You may be wicked guys, because there's no sleep for the weekend. But Zoo, what's up? Good to see you.
You didn't have to use my lines again.
I took notes when you shared it off the mic.
In my head, I'm ready. I'm hearing Oshodi. Well, guys, good to be here to talk basketball. So much has happened. What could be bigger than that news that happened that was yesterday, the last day of the month. Bill Russell, man. It was like basketball ended for a whole day.
Yeah.
When we heard about the death of that man. But that's how we welcome you to the very, very interesting basketball show on radio. Chuma, how you doing now?
I'm okay. I'm
beating
good.
dinner?
I'm good. Not yet as to dinner, but that doesn't stop me from being a winner. I know.
Shit.
When we're done with Courtside, we'll delve into Game On, where we have all the football stories for you, Formula One, and the latest from the Commonwealth Games. But for now, we're focusing on basketball, and it's the show that sells the sports to even more Nigerians, because the sport that has been giving us joy from a Nigerian point of view, more so in recent times. Okay, let's start with what's home first off. Let's start with what's home, because it's important that we start with what's home, guys. So last week we had one of the players for Nigeria's male basketball national team, the Tigers, Precious Achunwa, put together. Dan, you can help me with that now. Thank you, sir. Put together a camping experience for upcoming basketball talents in the Garden City, Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State. And later this month, we have a few more camps to come as well. Alfaru Camino is going to be having something in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And in the southeastern part of the country, we do have two female stars for our country, Adora Ilonu and Ezine Kalu, putting something together. So it's going to be nice to find out how Precious's camp went first off in Port Harcourt, as we look ahead to having more of these from big basketball heads. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Beautiful stuff. So we have a lady who, is a regular voice on Nigeria Info FM, Port Harcourt, and it's the voice that the guys love. When you hear her voice, you have no choice but to stop making noise, because in River State, she's respected by the big boys, and now she joins us. We'll have no cause but to rejoice. When she speaks, you understand what I'm talking about.
Flesh and blood has not revealed this to you.
Are you serious?
It's very deep.
Oh, shit.
Docus joins us on the show. And Docus, I don't want to murder your surname, so you can help me out with that on Lagos Radio tonight.
Okay, it is Docus Cookie.
Cookie, okay. I'm not cocky, but I still wanted you to call me Cookie.
I'm blushing,
I'm a city voice.
So Docus, welcome to Courtside. By the way, Docus was the one who covered the action for that camping experience put together by Precious Achunwa for Nigeria Info Port Harcourt. And I saw a picture of Docus and Precious. Docus is, by lady standard, she's tall, 5'7", 5'8". That's okay. But by Precious, she was looking very short, because Precious is about tall. So Docus, what was it like having a player for our national team organize a camp in Port Harcourt for young basketball talents?
Well, it was massive. It's promising to get to see basketballers, people who play for a national team, wanting to influence the game here in especially Port Harcourt. We don't get to see that often. So it was amazing. Though, yes, it was a very far distance, and you would say that the outreach, the publication of the particular tournament wasn't exactly massive.
Okay.
But you could see the turnout. The turnout was massive. I was surprised when I got there first, because I saw little children from the age of 3 to, let's say, 18 or thereabout, and there was so much. The training camp was massive. Training camp was about 3 days. It started, and it was Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday, and Thursday. 4 days camping.
Wow.
And the kids were so enthusiastic. You could see them, the training. They just wanted to be a part of it. And that was the most fun part of it. But Pastor Achura was also a very nice person when he first came.
Cool.
He interacted with the kids, showed them little stuff, how to do this, how to do that. He's also kind of like shy. I think that's what I perceived from him, though. So, it's amazing to get to see these things happen. Like I said before, Port Harcourt doesn't get these things, but when he did it, because he grew up here, he played with Dief here in Port Harcourt. So going back to where he started, he also at least his brother had a stint with Rivers Hoopers, by also rather Port Harcourt's own.
Nice.
So it was massive to go back where it started from, to want to bring the kids together. And you know how town is, Chuma. I wouldn't tell you this. You know how town is.
Indeed.
So going back there, they have talent. You know, the kids are always going to want to show the stuff that they have within them. And I saw a couple of them do that. You could see short, tall, small, everybody in size and all that. They were just wanted to be a part of it. And Precious giving that opportunity.
Beautiful.
I know he could feel it. They really needed the opportunity, and when they got it, they had to show. They were saying that they were going to give some scholarships to travel abroad to continue with basketball. That if we want to. So some persons were picked.
Okay, because I was going to ask you that next, Docus. Precious, by the way, plays for the Toronto Raptors, one of the biggest sides in the NBA at this moment, champions just a few seasons back. And he's still a young guy, 22, 23. So I was going to ask what he planned to achieve from this camp that he's organizing in Port Harcourt. And I think that's the answer, right? Is it a promise from him that some persons will be given a chance to go further with their basketball dreams?
Yes, that's part of it. When on the first day of camp, when we came to Port Harcourt, we had to go to the commissioner of River State, Barrister Christopher Green.
Yeah.
And when we got there, his brother, who was his spokesperson, had a lot to say, saying that he already sponsored some persons over to the United States, and with this camp, they're going to look for about 2-3 persons that they would add to that to also, participate in basketball via scholarship.
Oh, beautiful.
So that is exactly what he did. And in respect of that, we asked what the kids would get being participating in this particular camp, and he said we're going to get shoes, basketball kits here and there, and the MVP on the last day on Sunday got these things and even much more. So it was really nice to see. It was really, really nice to see.
Beautiful stuff, and it's nice hearing your voice. My colleagues and friends, Daniel and Azua, are just here smiling and saying, Chuma, we're supposed to continue the show. Make sure just presents. Chuma, don't talk again. But
you now read minds.
No, I'm reading your minds. But we have to let you go. Docus, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It was a pleasure doing this with you, Chuma.
I'll call you off the show, man.
All right, that's Docus Koki from Nigeria Info FM, Port Harcourt, speaking to us on the camp for Precious. And I started the show on that note, guys, because Precious has done his own part. That's good. Still to come, Al Farouk Aminu has a camp. We hear it's going to be in Ibadan. It's coming up in the coming days. And then the one that I am certain about the dates already, because there's been some level of publicity from them on social media. It's the one from our female stars. Adora Ilonu is the captain of the Tigress, the female basketball national team of Nigeria. Ezine Kalu is one of the standout players in that team. She was MVP in the Afro Basket competition a couple of editions back. And herself and Adora and also Kelechi Anuna have something big. So Adora Ilonu is going to be going to Enugu, her home state, and hers is for August 13 to 14. Ezine Kalu is going to have something in Abia State, her home state, and hers is in Umuahia, August 11 and 12. And then we have Kelechi Anuna having something in his own home state, which is Imo State, and that will be August 9-10. So they call it Iguamaka Basketball Tour. Yes, and these are stars. Adora Ilonu was born abroad, of course, in the USA. Ezine Kalu was born in the USA too. But they're coming back home to do stuff. Adora had something like this sometime last year in Enugu, and then she spoke to Nigeria Info.
Yes, well, I just created my foundation, the Ada Foundation, which means All Dreams Achieved. And for my first event and my first project, it will be held in Enugu at the Nnamdi Indoor Stadium. It will be Adora Alanu basketball camp for girls. And it's really just to give back. And what better place than where my family's from, where I'm from. So I'm very excited about this. And, the more help and assistance and support I've been getting, making me feel so much better. So then once this event actually commences, it'll be just one step forward in my overall goal of giving back.
It's about giving back for these stars. Dan and Azu, let's touch on it before we delve into the latest trades in the NBA. How important is it for us to have these camps by these basketball stars from Nigeria? Are they obliged? Is it a compulsory thing that basketball stars in Nigeria who were born abroad have to come back to do this? I'd love to hear your honest thoughts on that.
There is no compulsion. Nobody is mandated to do it. It's not their duty. But they know what the situation is, and they feel that's the best way they can actually give back. And some of them might not have these ideas. one person will talk to the other and it keeps spreading. Look at the Guamaka stuff you just mentioned. It wasn't a one person idea. Maybe somebody just brought it on like, okay, I think we'll actually do this and give ourselves good faces. And that's one way to paint the picture called basketball in this part of the world. Not just coming to play. You can also bring that proximity to the people, and you can start with the grassroots, so that there will be a memory that even if I didn't make it, I remember this person did so thing for, and that's why I want to go watch this person play basketball and support. It might look very small at this point. Basketball is not where it should be in this country as far as publicity is concerned, but with what these guys are doing, they are putting their names in our mouths. You cannot mention Finidi George, you cannot mention JJ Okocha without them hosting camps, and we don't know about it. That's because of what football is to Nigerians. But these guys are trying to make that thing happen. Although we're having challenges with bans or no bans, but the beautiful thing is they are not looking at the fact that the country didn't treat them well as far as playing in the World Cup is concerned. They are looking at the fact that this is how to pay people back, positive vibes, and that's what they are doing. And I'm really appreciative of this great move by these guys. Even if it's one person that travels in the end, it's a plus to the country. Naturally, hopefully we'll start getting, instead of them traveling now, we'll start getting these guys develop in Nigeria and challenge other teams. Look at what Rwanda is doing. I think that's the closest example we have as far as Africa is concerned.
In a bit, Dan will tell us about something too. That's a camp organized by his organization in partnership with several big brands. But let's touch on it from the perspective of the players for the Tigers and the Tigress first off, Dan. Dan, when we had that ban, sorry, I know plan make you right, but when we had that 2-year ban then imposed by the federal government, when we're having those spaces, in the space for the Tigers, I heard some of these players who were born in the US make a certain, they made comments, and I was like, I'm feeling the pain of these guys. One of them said that they feel that they're being treated that way because they were not born in Nigeria. And that people see them as, we're in the USA. That if they were in Nigeria, they don't think that there are many things that happen that are not organized in the setup and all that, but they still play and everything. But this 2-year ban still came up and all of those kind of things. And so I was forced to ask myself this question. I said I was going to bring it on radio. The fact that these guys were born in the USA and developed in the US system, does it make them any less Nigerian when they come to play for our national teams? And that's why I asked that question. Is it compulsory that those of them who were born in the US, they have to come to Nigeria to put together camps in their home states just to show that, hey, we love Nigeria, kind of?
Hell no. They are Nigerians. They are coming back to do certain things that a lot of people who are meant to do, who don't even know their jobs, they are doing their jobs for them. They don't even treat the ones with there to start with.
I was going to get there. I wish I could speak on this, but let Daniel continue.
Let's be realistic. Yeah. We have foreign players come here, pay their own money, pay their own way. They have injuries, they take care of themselves. They still represent the country, and even with the whole band and everything, they still come out to do their camps. They still come out to give out to the less privileged. They are giving back, like literally paying it forward, and they are trying to help. These same players who are looking for these opportunities that they have to get to a certain level. And it goes back to what I always say. We don't get federation. We don't have, nobody cares.
There's actually a Nigerian Basketball Federation.
Yes, but
I dispute that point.
But Masai Ujiri,
there's an NBBF.
But Masai Ujiri
we receive press releases, so don't tell me
wait now. But Masai Ujiri is partnering with the Rwandan government to build a facility. They are hosting.
It's a country of his choice.
But he's coming here to Nigeria to renovate courts.
It's a country of his choice.
So, anyways, as I was saying,
why are they laugh now? Shouldn't be in choice.
I know they laugh. I laugh myself. I know they laugh over.
But the reality is this: what they are doing is great.
Yeah.
Now, that thing again, you have to look at is how many people are actually supporting them. You understand? Not too many people know about these camps. Because if you look at it, the media is always absent when it comes to basketball and sports in Nigeria. At the end of the day, somebody is sitting down somewhere thinking that, Adora will bring money now so that they can come and cover their event.
Oh, go.
and it's sad. The clinic we are putting together, I know what I'm seeing. Okay. And I'm like, wow, really? And you want sports to grow in Nigeria with this kind of, come on, what they are doing is impressive.
Okay.
It's outstanding. And I think a lot of people who are in top places need to learn from what they are doing.
All right. Beautiful. If you're in the southeastern part of Nigeria, I shared with you the schedule for the 2 stars of the Tigress and also the gentleman, as you're going to Abia, Enugu, and Imo, even the southwestern part of Nigeria, Ibadan. Al Farouk certainly has something. I'll share with you even more details as the days do come and go on that one. We're looking forward to having more of those kind of things in Lagos too, as to basketball stars who are playing for the national teams, who are based or who come from this side of the country. But go back to Facebook if you don't mind. We'd love to hear from you, okay? I'm asking an honest question. These basketball stars, most of them that are having these camps, are people who were born abroad. Precious in Port Harcourt, though, is a Port Harcourt boy. Of course, he's lived in the US for years. But for Adora Elonu, for Izine Kalu, and a few other names, there are people who were born in the USA and then choose to represent Nigeria. Are they less Nigerian? Does the fact that a sports star beyond just basketball now is not born in Nigeria, goes through the system, the USA or in Europe, and then comes to represent Nigeria, is that person less of a Nigerian in our national teams compared to those who grew from the Nigerian system? And I'm asking that question because you hear people complain even in football. Amaju is going to the UK to go and bring players. He has not finished playing the ones that we have here. But those people are Nigerian. Are they not Nigerian after all said and done? So let us know what you make about that one. We'll pick your calls when we come in from the commercial break. And of course, we'll read out your comments on Twitter, Facebook, as well as WhatsApp too, okay? Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3 if you want to watch us live. We'll sort out this commercial break, and when we return, more magic for you, including the latest trades from the NBA, right here on Nigeria Info.
We report, you decide. Topical conversations that matter to you.
Visit our website www.pagefinancials.com or call 017007243. Page Financials, taking you further.
Are you looking to gain valuable skills to achieve your career goals? At Now University of Nigeria, Abuja, we equip students for vital employability skills through our top quality undergraduate, postgraduate, and A-level programs. With our international faculty, innovative teaching, and partnerships with prestigious organizations, we prepare students for global impact. For inquiries, contact 090-3632-6881. To apply, visit nowuniversity.edu.ng.
Hey, how far now? You start your day like this. Everything is going well until the unexpected happens. Then, hey, the bass boss begin. Why would you hit me? If you get our Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan, you can save yourself yay, and the painful cost of repairing the damage to your vehicle for as low as 15,000 naira a year. If someone bashes your car, we pay to get it fixed. Visit www.hairsinsurance.com or call 0700-434-7764 to get the Hairs Flexi Motor Plan. Hairs Insurance, your simple, smart protection.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hi, my name is Adora, captain of the Nigerian national team, and you're listening to Courtside on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It was a very short break. Welcome back to Courtside, the final part of our presentation for this show before we switch full time to Game On, where we do have all the football stories for you and also the big news from the Commonwealth Games and Formula One as well. To stay with us to be part of that experience. For now, let's keep talking basketball on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Chuman Lali. I have Daniel Chukuma and Azubike on the channel studio here with me. Before we went into the commercial break, I was asking you for sports stars from Nigeria, whether it's basketball or any other sports, who were born abroad, when they come to play for our national team, are they less in any way? Be honest with me, are they in any way less Nigerian than the ones who came through our system here? Because we hear those comments. It happens often, truly. Even in basketball, you have people say the NBBF are going abroad to be bringing Nigerians who were born there. Why not develop your own here? You know, so that's why I'm asking this question, especially looking at the camps being organized by these stars who have come back to their respective states to put something together to fish out basketball talents in the country. There's Facebook, where we're streaming live. You can also drop your comments there. It's Nigeria Info 99.3. There's Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. And there's the phone lines as well too. 0700 993 993 993 is the number I'd love you to call. But before you call that number, let me just remind you of what Adora Elonu, the captain of the Tigress, told us exclusively warranted her to choose playing for Nigeria over any country abroad.
Oh, well, Nigeria was actually the first to approach me. At that time, one of our current players, Sarah Bokile, as well as one of our former captains, Helen Abujimi, and Joyce, they kind of recruited me. They asked me if I wanted to play, and I said sure. I never really knew much about it, but it was more of a, kind of like a sisterhood thing where, they saw different players that they knew were Nigerian and asked if they wanted to play. So that's how I got onto the team initially, and that was in 2015. So if it wasn't for those players, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys, I'm sure.
So you've gotten her honest sword. Speaking to Nigeria Info on Courtside exclusively, 0700 993 993 993 is the number you can call. Dan, thank you, sir.
Hello, good evening. You're through the Courtside.
How are you doing? Your live on Nigeria Info. Good evening. All right, I don't think you're live. Call us back if you can.
Hello, good evening. You're through the Courtside.
Hey, good evening. Hi,
Good evening.
my name is Steve. I'm calling from Ikoyi.
Good to hear from
Welcome,
you, Steve.
Cabo.
Yeah, so as regards to basketball and inviting foreign-based players, it's okay, considering our basketball has not gone to the far with the way USA or other foreign-based players are, the technicalities and the training that they go through over there.
Right.
If it was football now, it would make sense, right? Because we'll make it for the local-based players. But for basketball, they have more facilities, especially the NBA players.
Okay.
So that's my take there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Great to hear from you from Ikoyi. Pleasure hearing from you on the show. Yeah, thank you, Dan, for cleaning all the dirt around the place. So yeah, that's the number for you, 0700 993 993 993.
I am not long, right?
Yeah, you can have the next caller now.
Good evening. You're through the Courtside.
How are you doing? Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're live on Courtside.
Yeah, thank you. First time caller.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening. My name is Bayo, calling from Oworo.
Okay, Bayo.
My neighbor.
Okay. Well, I think the misconception is people who come from the diaspora, maybe they haven't worked hard enough to end the position. So I guess that's where the bias is coming from. But for me, I feel it doesn't really matter as long as we are all one and they bring home the medals and they win. They put our names on the map.
Yeah.
I guess that's the idea.
You don't mind at all, right?
Sorry?
You don't mind at all whether they're coming.
I don't mind at all. As long as they make the nation great and proud, that's the key thing.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. It's the first time of calling. Let it not be your last time, please. We'd love to keep getting those intelligent and interesting thoughts from you.
To that.
More airtime.
Okay. All right. We'll read out your thoughts on Facebook and on Twitter as we progress. But one more call for now before we go to the NBA trades. Dan, thank you.
Hello, good evening. You're through the Courtside.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Joe Baba.
All right. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Yeah, I greet you guys.
I'm a great pass.
Yeah, for me, it does mind though. I love for the federation to give the indigenous one here some chances too.
Okay.
Like we clamor for in the other sport, the popular one. We should mix it up. But I want to believe the exposure, most especially in the NBA, and most of it maybe Japan League and South Korean League, maybe that is, and it has really helped us. But if there's a way they can mix it up like 60-40 or 70-30,
okay,
it will be better for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure hearing from you on the show tonight. Let's go over now to hear the latest trades from the NBA. Still to come on the show, we'll touch on a camp that's going to happen in Lagos and how you can also tap into that for the young stars who are listening to the broadcast or parents of young ones, and also celebrate a man who is seen as one of the greatest basketballers of all time. Who
Celebrate
unfortunately,
grace. Celebrate grace.
Passed on just over 24 hours ago. Guys, what's happening in the NBA ahead of the new season? That is
Okay.
in the transfer window.
They don't want us
like
to talk
football.
I thought we were going to start with Bill Russell, but since you say NBA, would they?
Bro, you keep those sad news for the end. Now, where do you come? Which village are you from, please?
I tell you, with the start so good. Don't forget them. I know they like go sleep with bad dreams. Why not they laugh at me now? So Chuma, you mentioned Precious Achiuwa, the man who will be having a camp, or he just had a camp in Port Harcourt. It's his third season, like you mentioned, playing for the Toronto Raptors. He's not leaving the Toronto Raptors, but the coach Nick Nurse, remember Nick Nurse, the man who punished the Golden State Warriors, the first Canadian team to win the NBA. He's saying that this young man is already looking like he's on. He's hit that fire button, and the thing is, we should watch out for him. And I think say this is when he can't do. Yorubas they call him Sarah.
They will bless him, Abi.
Not be blessing. You know, say when you give like that, you just say your career just bust. I think that's what he's trying to do. I'm just saying on the light hand, but let's watch out for Precious Achiuwa. He was, I think it was number 20 in the first draft pick in 2020. So it's going to be a fantastic season for him. Most likely, if he continues the way he has shown in training, based on what Nick Nurse, the coach of the team, has said. Big news for the Golden State Warriors. They're done. Somebody has to leave. I was going to say something last week, but the callers were just too many. Golden State Warriors are the Barcelona of football. Now let me see where I'm coming from. They've reached their spending
cap or something,
but they're not going to hit the second level. Like they're not going to sell TV, right? No worry, we're not like Barca. So either the most likely person to leave has to be Andrew Wiggins, and that's because they cannot spend beyond their particular cap of $400 million dollars. And one man, Draymond Green, is asking for a max contract. You see within boys when no rich they get. Now this man that plays for the Denver Nuggets is like the highest earner. This Jokic, Nikola Jokic is doing really well for himself, and they've given him a max contract. So somebody has to leave. We know it's not Steph Curry. We know it's not Klay Thompson. We know Jordan Poole will not go. He's still on his rookie contract. We know Draymond Green also will not leave. So he's looking most likely like Andrew Wiggins. Gary Payton showed fantastic stuff, went injured, came back and still assisted the team. And they say most likely he's not going to leave. So we might be having Andrew Wiggins leave the team he just joined and also helped in winning the NBA. He had a fantastic season last time out. Also played in the All-Stars, even if a lot of people question it. And they pay me if that man will come out. They pay me. Wow. That's another Christian in the team. Andrew Christian Wiggins. And he's also a Christian. I guess more rhymes, even if you know tally. Then I beg
down. What's happening from your side? Moon and the mix up.
The NBA has opened up an investigation with the Philadelphia 76ers onto contract tampering, tampering with the trade,
James Harden,
at PJ Tucker, and it's looking. Some heads have to roll.
Whoa.
But last, some people collect breakfast. We're also looking at free agents.
But just to chip in, sorry, before you move on, Daniel, James Harden has actually gotten an improved contract. He has resigned for the Philadelphia 76ers. He showed some fantastic stuff last season.
Collect the money first.
But let's see how the investigation goes in the end.
So Eric Pascal, the free agent deal.
My
has
guy,
agreed
my
to
guy,
a 1 year deal with Minnesota Timberwolves.
Did you watch that guy Golden State Warriors?
It was epic.
It was epic, and because why I loved him at that time was the fact that I expected his career to go bigger. There was no Steph Curry was going in and out injured. Yeah. Klay Thompson was completely out. We also had this young man James Wiseman out. That was the time Golden State was going through a lot of issues, but this man really supported the team. I think it was the game he scored 31 points. I will not forget. He played for the Utah Jazz, but I've not seen his career get to that height I expected it to be, though.
All right, guys. By the way, for those of you who missed out on it, we told you last Monday, but the Golden State Warriors are the current champions of the NBA, okay? They won the final after Game 6 against the Boston Celtics a couple of months back. I think this is August, July, June, right? It was in June that happened.
Yeah, they beat River Supers in the final. Sorry, Boston Celtics.
Speaking about the Boston Celtics, guys, one of the greatest, if not the greatest player to have ever played for the Boston Celtics, unfortunately passed on. Let's take 2 minutes and eulogize for those who do not know him or who do not know enough about his greatness. Just take about 2-3 minutes to eulogize him before we switch over to Game On Tonight. Or his personality.
That's a man.
He's passed on. He died at 88, by the way. Yes, sir.
Okay. died, with what we heard, close to his wife, but they didn't tell us the exact reason for his illness.
Yeah,
but when
they
you
just
talk
said
about,
he died peacefully.
you could say Bill Basketball Russell. I think that's the best way to call him. That's the man who won 11 rings out of 13.
That's
seasons.
winning 11 NBA titles, guys. And just to put that into context, LeBron James has won 5.
Is it 1-5?
Miami hits 3. Cavaliers 1. LA Lakers 1. Abi? Yeah.
Okay.
I'll confirm it, but I think LeBron James has won just 5.
Yeah.
And we see him as one of the greatest. Bill Russell won 11 NBA titles. 11. Please carry on.
He was actually inducted into the Hall of Fame twice. I've not heard that before.
As a player and as a coach.
As a player and a coach. And
Amazing.
1-2 also as a coach. First black coach ever. Yeah. In anything North American sports. That's a man who broke, and he fought like Mandela as far as he's even been called the Babe Ruth of basketball. Babe Ruth was a top man in the baseball world who also fought for blacks to have
against
equal
racism
rights.
and all those things,
No, this man stood out. And he will always have that smile, that laugh. I think Docus is related to him. I hope she's not listening. But
12-time All-Star.
And he's 12-time All-Star, won 11 rings, and he played 13 seasons. That means maybe he only missed out of his rookie season in the All-Stars. That's a great man. No, this man, I think he owned basketball. Yeah, and I remember.
I've seen some people say he's the best. He's the biggest name in team sports in the history of the American game. That's how they quantified and classified his greatness.
It is.
Yeah.
Painfully, we didn't, just like we would not rate Pele with the likes of Lionel Messi. That's what is happening to Bill Russell. We might not be talking about
this generation.
him,
We didn't see him play.
Yeah, he even retired in 1968 or so. That's how much he had left basketball.
Time ago, yeah.
And I saw tweets from Magic Johnson. Barack Obama even said he was that tall, 6'10", but his achievements were even taller than his height. So a lot of tweets. I think he's just lived an exemplary life, and we should just pick it up from there to continue where he stopped. Yeah.
He died at 88. May God bless his soul.
Amen.
Okay, so let's touch on 2 final things and then leave the studio, guys. And Dan, what's happening building up to this massive camp, AIO Prep Academy? And also Cougar Sports putting something together for young talents in Lagos. Yes, sir.
It's been a beehive of activities, like I always say. Saturday is the date, 10 a.m. is the time. Although it's strictly by invite thing, it's a private thing. It's actually for the kids. Excuse me. It's actually for the kids. Cougar Sports partnership with AIO Prep, and AIO Prep has signed a Nike deal. With the syndicate. And that means that.
You get my account number.
So that means that we'll be having Nike sponsor most of the, if not all, the showcase we're going to have.
Nice.
So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. We're having another one next year, this same camp. The idea is to actually create this college-like training sequence where kids are being monitored and groomed in several skills. And it will obviously be covered. So look at it this way. Bring a group of kids together between the ages of 14 and 15. Give them college drills. Cover those drills. And all those footage will be sent to the 50 states in the United States of America, because we already have a partnership with a lot of other schools. We already have 2 players going to Salesian Prep this year.
Nice.
And another 2 who have signed with Nike already. So it's huge. It's quiet but huge, and it's going to be an interesting clinic. It's something I've never seen before.
Registration closed? Has it?
Yes, it has.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So watch out for it this coming Saturday, right?
Yes.
6th
of August.
Strictly by invitation.
Yes, strictly by invitation.
Okay. There was a chance for people to register earlier, and watch out for August 21 to August 27. We're going to have the massive Crown Elites Basketball Championship with teams from Nigeria, top female basketball teams from Nigeria competing alongside the rivals from Ghana and Togo. There's a 4 million naira cash purse available for the teams to battle for that competition. As we build up to the 21st of August, we shall let you in on it as to this massive Crown Elites Basketball Championship and how you can be part of it too. Thank you for joining us on Courtside Tonight on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's switch to Game On Full Time. Azu and Dan, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure, bro.
Always a pleasure.
Just painful I couldn't share all the transfer news I've got. But
the bright side of the whole thing is when the season starts, it's going to be more electric than the last.
Still a long way to go.
Azu is looking for transfers, and what I need now for you is to transfer yourself out of the studio. Thank you so much.
Must always be chased
Next
out.
up is Game On.
Must always be chased out. I'm not going anywhere. I won't be here.